Hi everyone, this is Steve Chalke here. I'm really sorry that I can't be with you today in Coventry. I would have loved to have been. I'm fascinated by today's title, Dreaming Around an Open Table. Kieran Warren, Open Table, does so much wonderful work on this huge issue of LGBT inclusion, and it strikes me that today is just another dimension of that, dreaming around an open table. Of course, that title itself is reminiscent of that great champion of inclusion, Martin Luther King, and his world-changing speech given on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial back on that summer's day in the 1960s. I have a dream today. And I know that you've got a dream as well. And I also know that just like Martin, you know that your dreams need to be turned into visions and strategies and coalitions to become reality. Oasis is so pleased that we're in coalition and relationship with you. We're cheering you on, and that's why I'm really sad that I can't be with you for this important discussion and time of encouragement together today. Of course, we all know, and it's good news, that the tide of gracious inclusion is sweeping gently in, and it's overwhelming this sandcastle of hostile resistance. So I know that you have a key role to play in that, both past and present and in the future. And Oasis wants to do what it can to work alongside you guys. Back in the summer, we launched a brand new website. It's called openchurch.network. It's got a lot of resources on there and a whole section devoted to LGBT inclusion. I made a new video around the four passages in the New Testament, if you include Matthew chapter 19, but Romans chapter 1, and then 1 Corinthians and 1 Timothy, those passages that have often been weaponized and used against the LGBT community, but which have nothing whatsoever, as we all know, to do with them and their gracious and loving and faithful relationships. I've tried to show, in line with what Ed Sanders, that great theologian back in the 1970s, wrote about in his book Paul and Palestinian Judaism, which you should, if you don't know, Tom Wright, N.T. Wright, would say he owes the entire shape of his career to Ed Sanders' writing. Ed Sanders pointed out that we misunderstood the writings of Paul, and he said that New Testament theologians need to pay more attention to history. I've tried to show that once you look at these passages in their history, in the context of the culture into which they were written, you instantly see that they're about something else altogether and have been quite wrongly used against LGBT people. It's time that we repented of that and moved on as the whole church. There are other resources there as well. We're launching campaigns around gender reassignment, working alongside government to make this whole process more accessible and more acceptable. And we're also working with government around what they're trying to do about ex-gay conversion therapies, aversion therapies as they're sometimes called, and outlawing those. The sooner they're gone, the better. We're also planning a tour next year, an open church tour, lots of other things as well. We've got an open church charter and some logos, a logo for churches to say we are welcoming to all. So we're right behind you. Enjoy today. I look forward to hearing about the outcomes, and let's keep working together.